If your girl is spending too much time and all of her friends is for the streets, she's for the streets, bro. If your girl and the woman that you think, and you went out on a date with her and you think that she's awesome and she sold you this bag of bricks and she sold you a bunch of lies and told you that she was a good girl and all of that, and if her friends are ratchet, she is ratchet. Let me give you another clue. If she has too many guys that spend a lot of time casually around her, that's a red flag. Now I know what y'all gonna say. Well, Anton, guys and girls can be friends. It's not true. Men and women, largely, now this is not entirely, but 98, 99% of the time cannot be platonic friends unless she's just incredibly unattractive. They cannot be, even if the guy is unattractive to her, he still want to fuck. He's sticking around. He may have not got the opportunity. He probably stuck into the friend zone and he don't know how to get out of it. And so he's sitting there waiting, contemplating, hoping, thinking of a master plan. Like Rakim, thinking of a master plan. He's hoping, waiting, wishing, plotting, consoling her. His every move and his every intention, even if he reserves himself and accepts his friendship role, if she got naked in front of him today, if she said, yo, let's have a relationship right now, he would fuck the shit out of her. That's the truth. If a woman has too many platonic male friends that don't add any value into her life except for to just be a friend, that's a red flag. You got to keep the main thing the main thing. And what I'm trying to help y'all to understand is that it's difference between a woman that you're supposed to marry and a woman that's for the streets. Let's go all the way to the other end of the spectrum. Wives. Wives are the women that we want to have our children. And just because she looks good doesn't necessarily mean that she qualifies to have your children. And this is where y'all get messed up. This is where the fellas start falling way into the rabbit hole of thinking that just because a woman can give good head and she got that box and she willing to give it up to you and everybody else, that somehow, some way you're supposed to get her pregnant. It's not true. Wives are not just the ones that we want to have our children, they're the ones that we want to raise our children. They're the ones that know how to shut the fuck up in a room full of men when men is talking about men's business. They don't just insert themselves. They apologize and say, I'm sorry, can I say something to you really quickly? They don't have their neck on a chicken string. They not ruling unruly. They not out here talking to men out crazy with their neck twisted to the side. It's a strong possibility that they probably have both parents in their home. They didn't slut it out. They didn't make themselves easily available to Tom, Dick, and Harry. These are the women that we would like to raise our children. Now, one thing I will tell you guys is that what women don't understand is that men lie to them often at times because they love you. I know I'm laughing, but it's so true. They usually tell the truth to the women that they don't give a fuck about. They lie to the women that they care about. I know it seems crazy and I know I'm a little bit off. I'm going to bring it back onto the reservation, but I need y'all to understand something. Ladies, the reason that I'm telling you this is because sometimes, because men are creatures of circumstance, they may fall into some pussy that may or may not necessarily be good for them. And as long as they can remove this woman out of their life and she does not become a relationship, a side chick, you just gonna have to learn how to understand. Because they didn't do it because they liked her. They did it because it was just convenient at the time. And so I'm grooming them. I'm teaching them. I'm helping them to understand the importance of dick discipline because I don't want them to fumble the bag. But I need y'all to understand that the reason that he lied to you wasn't that he didn't care about you. It was because he actually did care about you and he didn't want to hurt you. And he understood that. I know you keep telling me to be honest with you, but the reality is that you cannot handle the truth behind the idea that she just was a good fuck. Just really quickly, she really wasn't even that good. The minute that I had post-nut clarity, I wasn't even thinking about her. I was trying to figure out how to get her out of there, and I realized how much I love you, which is one of the reasons why I lied to you, because I did not want to mess up the main thing, and I thought that I could keep the main thing, and I could separate it. And so, baby, please don't trip off of me. Let's just come on and rock out. Listen, that's no reason for you to completely dissolve your marriage and walk away from your relationship and then fuck up the kids' lives. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. I know you're going to be hurt for a little bit. Go on over to mama's house. Let her cry on your shoulder. Stop telling all your business to all of your friends because you know you're going to get back with that man. You know he love you. He love you. Like, seriously, I know y'all think that just because a dude went out there and he had a little bit of infidelity, that's meant, it's not that bad. It really ain't that bad. He used the rubber, right? It wasn't even convenient for him to go and get the rubber because he wasn't really looking to do anything, so it wasn't like he was carrying rubbers. He did go to the store and he used the rubber. He ain't bringing you home no diseases. She was just a little quick thing. He ain't thinking about her. He ain't falling into no relationship with her. He ain't tripping off of her. Let that shit go, man. There's water under the bridge. He probably shouldn't even have told you because he knew you couldn't handle it, but he thought about lying to you because he loved you. But the reason he telling them other hoes the truth is because he don't give a fuck about what them hoes think in the first place. He lied to you because it's actually meaning. I'm just telling you. I didn't tell you that it was right. I'm not telling you that it's going to make sense to you because women think differently than men. But I'm telling you the logic behind why men do what they do. They lie to you. If a man ain't lying to you, he ain't loving you. If you the main thing, now it's the difference between the main thing and a hoe. And this is one of the reasons why we have to keep our boxes separate. If you the main thing, you his main thing, and he lied to you, it's because he actually trying to be a better person. He hasn't figured that part of life out yet. He's still figuring it out. God ain't done with him yet. If he lied to you, he love you. I'm telling you. Now, it don't mean that he mature enough to understand that he never should have fell into that situation in the first place. He gonna figure it out. He's still young. His best years is ahead of him. Don't sit here and mess up your whole life and then you're gonna be dusty out there in the winter, getting your car repossessed and breaking up your family and messing up your kids' lives just because you're feeling emotional. Sleep on that shit. Let that junk go. It's all gonna be good in the morning. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Now, them little hoes out there, he told them, hey man, I ain't thinking about you, you little hoe. I got a wife at the crib. I got a wife. I'm straight. I got kids. I ain't even on that type of time. He wearing his ring and everything. And then they still came, and so he was like, well, they know what it is, so they must know what they getting themselves into. He ain't tripping off of them. That's why he telling them the real. He know that it's going to hurt your heart if he come to you and tell you what's really going on in the inside and how it is that he fell into some pussy mistakenly. It wasn't a mistake. We just going to say mistakenly. He lied to you because he loved you.